Golden sunrise.
Ooh, beautiful.
Golden State. Thanks for being with us. This is Good Day at Late 7 a.m. I'm Bob DeCastro.
And I'm Jen Lammers. Let's take a look at our Thursday morning headlines. It's being called unprecedented. A medical evacuation of an astronaut on board the International Space Station. We'll have more on the splashdown off the coast of San Diego.
Also, U.S. personnel being evacuated from military bases in the Middle East. President Trump considering responding to a deadly crackdown on protesters in Iran. We'll have the latest. Gigi.
And the union that represents LA City firefighters is turning to the community with an increased sales tax proposal to help fund the department. We'll have that story and more coming up.
Plus, I'm Amanda Salas. Matthew McConaughey is not all right with AI. Coming up, how the actor's fighting back against this artificial intelligence, especially when it comes to his name and brand. All right, but first, let's check in with our pretty in pink Sumata.
All right. We've got some really great weather conditions today. I'm in for Maria this morning, and it's going to be a warmer than normal afternoon. 80s are back in the forecast, but current temperatures, you can see the range of 50s, 52 degrees currently in the Burbank area, Ontario at 54 under mostly clear conditions. A beautiful sunrise this morning, but maybe a light jacket to keep you warm. But later this afternoon, we've got Mother Nature taking care of the warmth for us. Temperatures well above the normal. 80s, again, back in the forecast. 70s for our beach areas. Our mountain communities still will be dealing with gusty offshore Santa Ana winds. Wind advisories still in place through about tomorrow afternoon for those wind-prone areas for LA and Ventura counties. High deserts at 72 degrees for Palmdale and Lancaster. If you're heading over to Coachella Valley, maybe perhaps kickstarting your holiday weekend, 82 degrees. It's going to be beautiful for your MLK holiday. A closer look at all that coming up. Meantime, we also have you covered traffic-wise, and here's a look at traffic conditions. We do have this ongoing issue. Two vehicles collided here, taking away the fast lane, and you're going pretty slow. The backup all the way to about 605 southbound 405 at Bolsa Chica Road. And this big problem spot through the Fontana area continues to be a problem. Early this morning, a metal beam came from a bridge due to a collision with a trailer, or a trailer collided with that bridge, and it led to this SIG alert. All lanes on that westbound stretch of 10 being blocked off. Look at the backup. We've got bumper to bumper traffic. Avoid that area if you can. Send back over to you two.
Splashdown of Crew 11. After 167 days in space, Dragon and NASA astronauts Zena Cardman and Mike Fink, Kim Yayui of JAXA, and Roscosmos cosmonaut Oleg Platonov are back on Earth.
Did you see it? Did you see it? The night skyline was lit up overnight for about 25 seconds by a re-entry of a SpaceX capsule seen in this Citizens.com video carrying 4 space station crew members, including one sick astronaut. The re-entry and splashdown of Crew 11 was NASA's first medical evacuation.
Well, that re-entry was captivating for anyone who witnessed it.
Mario Ramirez is live outside SpaceX's Hawthorne headquarters with more on the successful end to Crew 11's mission. Good morning.
That's right. It briefly lit up the night sky here in Southern California. NASA's Crew 11 back on Earth safely after a nearly 11-hour journey from the International Space Station. And we're live just outside SpaceX headquarters here in Hawthorne. That Falcon 9 rocket standing out front, the same type of rocket that launched Crew 11 into space back in August before their return overnight. So take a look. That bright orange streak lighting up the pre-dawn sky. Well, that was NASA's SpaceX Crew 11 making a dramatic return. The fiery plasma trail seen from across Southern California overnight for no more than 30 seconds as the capsule was racing towards a splashdown off the coast of San Diego, which happened just before 1 a.m. local time. Now, this research mission was not supposed to end yet, but NASA made the call to bring the crew home early after a serious medical issue involving one of the astronauts. Once that Dragon capsule hits the water, recovery boats rush in to very carefully dock and help the crew out to land. NASA calling this a medical evacuation, not an emergency return. Officials speaking about the operation early this morning after the astronauts officially came back.
While this was the first time we had to return crew slightly ahead of schedule, NASA was ready. The team responded quickly and professionally, as did the teams across the agency, working closely with our commercial partners, and executed a very safe return. This is exactly why we train, and this is NASA at its finest.
On board, NASA astronauts Zina Cardman and Mike Finke, Japan's Kimya Yui, and Russian cosmonaut Oleg Platonov. The crew launching to space back on August 1st, and they were originally set to stay until late February. Now the International Space Station left with a skeleton crew until SpaceX Crew 12 launches, and that is planned for mid-February. Now this morning, NASA stressing that Crew 11 is safe. They're being medically evaluated, and officials say that we'll be able to hear from the astronauts themselves in the coming days. For now, live in Hawthorne, I'm Mario Ramirez. Back to you.
All right, Mario, thank you. On to this developing news in the San Fernando Valley. The Highway Patrol arrests 2 men overnight at a Lake Balboa gas station for a possible armed kidnapping. Officers ordering the 2 suspects out of that white Cadillac SUV at gunpoint and then handcuffed them. Paramedics checked out a 3rd man believed to be a victim. Police have provided no information on the alleged kidnapping other than the victim's friend had alerted authorities.
Well, President Trump may be backing down from possible military intervention in Iran to back protesters there.
All right, Douglas Zader, live for us in Washington with the latest on this. Yeah, it seems to be backing down based on U.S. intelligence. Things seem to be calming down a bit there in Iran, but still, all cards are on the table here.
Yeah, and that's what the White House, Bob, has been clear about, is that nothing is off the table here. But it sure sounded like the president was leaning away from the idea of military intervention. One of the red lines he was talking about was Iran executing protesters. And there was some level of commitment, I suppose, from Iran that that's not going to happen. Iran's foreign minister told Fox yesterday that there were no executions planned at this point. It doesn't mean they're not going to happen eventually, but that seemed to go over well with the president, although he has promised to support protesters there. But the question is, what form will that support take?
You know, there was one person in particular whose face, the images of that person have been circulated pretty widely when it came to, you know, him potentially being executed and hanged. I'm wondering if Iran will be offering any kind of proof of life that this didn't happen.
Yeah. That's right. It's very difficult to get proof of anything, Jen, out of Iran right now because of the communications blackouts. I mean, there is this effort to get more Starlink, you know, internet devices deployed there, so we could learn potentially more about what's happening. It does appear as though the demonstrations are smaller now, that they may, in fact, be losing momentum. It's difficult to say, though, and clearly the regime is in a pretty weak spot at the moment.
Also making headlines, Doug, is the situation in Greenland. So there was a meeting at the White House between the Vice President, Marco Rubio, and the Danish Prime Minister over what to do with Greenland. The U.S. has not given up on ideas on trying to take control over that country. What I found fascinating in the interview with the Danish Prime Minister, Foreign Minister, I should say, is that he did say there were some agreements there that they had over what to do with Greenland and the importance of Greenland.
Yeah, everyone seems to agree that Greenland is going to become increasingly important just because of its position there in the North Atlantic. And, you know, the position of Denmark and the position of Greenland is that the U.S. has plenty of access to try to use it if need be, to fend off encroachments from China or Russia or wherever. But this question of control looms large, and this is something the president has kept his sights on for a while. He's been very consistent in terms of wanting to get Greenland for the U.S. And, you know, it doesn't seem as though an invasion is likely. I mean, that brings up all kinds of questions about NATO, but there may be an actual effort put down on paper to try to buy Greenland, although it doesn't appear as though anyone's receptive to that kind of offer.
I mean, $500 million is what the offer, you know, that's been thrown out there to each Greenland resident, which is also fascinating to me. But that Danish foreign minister was saying, look, it's a welfare state, so does the U.S. want to take on this welfare, this welfare system?
Yeah, I caught that as well. That it's kind of a reminder of the kind of social benefits there and the kind of costs that would ultimately be involved, even if Greenland accepted, you know, an individual buyout on this of a significant sum of money.
That's right.
Very
Never
interesting.
a dull moment.
I know, very, very interesting. I'm sure those talks will continue. All right, Douglas Zader, live for us in Washington. We appreciate Doug. Thank you. Happening today, LA City firefighters pushing to get a measure on the November ballot.
So they say it's vital to the future of the LA City Fire Department. Gigi Graciette is live in Pico Robertson now with all the details on this. Good morning.
Good morning. It's no secret that the union representing LA City firefighters says the department is seriously understaffed and underfunded, and that has resulted in the residents of Los Angeles being underserved. Now, they've been working on this for a year, and it was last December that their signature gathering proposal was approved, and today they launched the campaign. Take a look at the video. What the union is asking voters to sign and get on the November ballot is a half-cent increase in the sales tax. Again, this is only for the city of Los Angeles, and only Los Angeles city residents can vote on this or sign this petition. They want the half-cent increase to supplement their budget, not replace it. Now, of course, the city of Los Angeles could always say, hey, you've gotten all this extra tax money, we're going to cut your budget now. The fire union says, no, they can't do that. This would be a supplement. Now, they need to gather over 154,000 signatures, which will then have to be verified through an audit process by the Los Angeles city clerk, who again approved the signature gathering back in December before this gets on the ballot in November. So a lot of work for the firefighters union. Reporting live, I'm Gigi Gracia. Back to you.
A lot of signatures required. All right, thank you, Gigi. So still ahead, the rains are long gone, but many potholes remain. We'll have the latest on road repairs all across Southern California.
Also, the search for a lost dog goes high-tech. Look at this, how rescuers were able to use a drone to find a scared dog that was deep in an Orange County canyon. First, let's get to Coco enjoying fine dining in Newport Beach. Good morning.
Good morning. Fine dining indeed. We are talking about the return of Newport Beach Restaurant Week. That's super exciting. More than 50 restaurants participating, including Farmhouse at Rogers Gardens. We'll take you here live coming up.
Our top stories this morning, human remains have been found in a building that caught fire in North Hills. The fire broke out Tuesday night on Parthenia Street. Officials say the building was a former church turned homeless encampment.
A federal judge in LA is reviewing California laws requiring federal agents to unmask and show ID during operations. The state argues the laws promote transparency, while the Department of Justice claims the laws will endanger officers and violate federal authority. No word on when a ruling will be handed down.
As you experienced this yesterday, Verizon has restored service after a major outage across the U.S. left many people unable to make phone calls. Stuck in SOS mode, customers got slammed, killing calls, texts, and data. The Los Angeles area was among the regions hit pretty hard by this. Verizon has not explained exactly what went wrong.
A dog was rescued from a remote part of Orange County thanks to new thermal drone technology. Look at this. Last Friday, strong winds startled this Australian shepherd, and she bolted away from her owner. The next day, rescuers found her using new technology, thermal imaging, and reunited her with her grateful owner.
Oh. Well, several weeks after heavy rains across the region, and crews are still fixing all those potholes out there. Caltrans, in fact, shared this video of maintenance teams repairing more than a dozen potholes on the 57 freeway earlier this week. They repaired 15 potholes in 7 minutes.
Wow.
The CHP conducted traffic breaks so crews could get the job done.
Nothing worse than trying to dodge potholes.
I saw a major one on the off-ramp here near our studio.
Oh,
got
yeah.
filled. Yeah, right. Did you?
I got hit.
I hit that one several times before.
Is it still there?
No, it's gone now.
Okay,
They filled
thank
it.
goodness. You know, gotta give shout out to all
Those crews
the
work
That's
hard.
right,
Yeah.
working hard.
working hard. And finally, weather conditions are cooperating, so get out there and fix those potholes, and we thank you for it. It's a dry weather pattern, no rain in the next 7-day period. There may be a glimpse of rainfall chances sometime, perhaps the following week towards the end of January. We're already in the middle of January, and we are trending hotter than normal. Daytime highs along the coast will be in the 70s. Inland areas will be in the 80s. And those Santa Ana winds continue to drag, yes, the flow of wind keeping us warm and toasty this time of year. All the way down to the beach. Surf heights 3 to 5 feet for Ventura. LA County beaches about 2 to 4 feet. If you're heading southbound from LA, Orange County into San Diego, 1 to 4 feet there. Water temperatures are quite refreshing, and on the sand, if you can get out there, perhaps you have visitors in town ahead of the 3-day holiday. MLK Day on Monday still looks really good. We've got an area of high pressure and that amplified ridge and the descending winds. It's going to keep us warm and dry with a little bit of support from the area of low pressure just offshore, and that's why we still have wind alerts in place for those vulnerable wind-prone areas. So careful on your drive, especially through the Grapevine. And here's a look at the beach for the next couple of days into the holiday weekend in 70s in the forecast. Inland spots 81 degrees today, 80s tomorrow and the following day. Weekend looks fabulous. The onshore flow increases, and that's going to help reduce daytime temperatures by just a tad. It still will be very comfortable. It's winter, but summer and spring are coming back for a brief visit. Valleys 81 degrees, and much of the Southern California, especially those interior valleys, could be the warmest across the nation. Outside the winds, mountain communities, Big Bear about 61 degrees, and we'll keep highs right around that 60 to upper 50 range. High deserts about 72 degrees. You can see temperatures across Palmdale about 70s before rolling a little backwards to the 60s, and Palm Springs 80s. Look at how beautiful the desert is, and it will be dry. Got you also covered traffic wise, and we have this ongoing issue. Big issue since early this morning, right around 3 a.m. A big rig struck a bridge that was under construction, and one of the metal beams fell onto the roadway. 2 vehicles collided with that, and there were injuries earlier. Now there's a lot of fix-up work and a lot of activity. SIG alert in place until further notice for all directions along that westbound 10 towards the 15. And here's a look at that backup, bumper to bumper. Avoid it if you can. Meanwhile, the eastbound stretch is definitely moving along there. Here's a look at a real-time traffic. Things will continue to add up as you're leaving downtown to get to Santa Monica. 34 minutes your drive northbound 110 from the 405. Make sure you stick with us. We've got a lot more coming up.
So I know it just happened like 15 days ago, but we're already thinking about the Rose Parade for 2027, and the theme is going to be announced later on today. Actually tonight, on the front steps of the Tournament House on South Orange Grove Boulevard in Pasadena. This year's theme was the magic and teamwork, and the Grand Marshal was Lakers legend Earvin Magic Johnson.
Party, party, party. After a 4-year absence, Newport Beach Restaurant Week is back. The 11-day celebration kicks off today.
Yeah, Coco is live at one of the more than 50 restaurants taking part. Good morning.
Hey there, after 4 years, Newport Beach Restaurant Week is back, and it's going to be so exciting. We're talking about more than 50 restaurants participating, including Farmhouse at Rogers Gardens. What a beautiful restaurant. I am here with the owner now, Rich, and executive chef. Beautiful dishes for us. Tell us all about Farmhouse at Rogers Gardens.
So we've been here almost 10 years. Rogers Gardens is a nursery. It's been here 50 years, and it's beautiful. It's about 5 acres. I couldn't have asked for a better space. This is a Disneyland gazebo. It's the original gazebo from Disneyland we're sitting in, and it's so exciting. We use a lot of vegetables from a lot of the farmers that I know all around the Southern California area, and I've been doing this for quite a long time. And it fits so nicely in this space because you have plants and flowers, and we have these vegetables that my friends have grown, and it's fun. And I hope the fun I have, it permeates into your meal here.
I think it definitely does. You can tell by how delicious and beautiful this looks. So tell us about what you're doing for Newport Beach Restaurant Week.
So it's very exciting to have Newport Beach Restaurant Week start up again. And what we have is we have a Pink Lady apple salad with some fennel, some candied pecans. There's some preserved Meyer lemons. It's a Meyer lemon vinaigrette. Some greens from Coleman Farms. We also are offering a choice of a fish, which is a mahi-mahi. We're cooking it in a style we call it a Veracruz style. Olives, capers, some raisins, tomatoes, some Swiss chard, and it's kind of slow cooked braised. And then we serve it with pickled red onions and a polenta cake that's made with a Tehachapi Grain Project polenta. This is a roast porchetta, which is a pork belly stuffed with a pork tenderloin, and it's marinated, and we serve it with some escarole, some roast beets, some fennel, cipollini onions. These are purple sweet potato cakes that we got from our friend up in Fresno, Chow, and we do that with a little white wine citrus sauce and a moutarde made with mustard and citrus. We also have a Meyer lemon. This one everyone gets, a Meyer lemon olive oil cake. It has a citrus rosemary marmalade, a white chocolate sauce, some candied pistachios, and a marshmallow cream.
Lovely. This seems like a fantastic meal, and you've also got some drinks too.
So what we have, we offer with this meal is a Prosecco. Then we also have, these are just some samples of what we have here. It's a Syrah, there's a Chardonnay. We have a couple cocktails. I'm sorry, I don't know what they are.
They look delicious, and that's all that matters, especially with the garnish. Why do you think it was so important to make sure that this was brought back, Newport Beach Restaurant Week?
I mean, it's fun. I think it's great for the restaurants and the businesses because it's a time of year that gets a little slower.
Yeah.
And it's nice to bring people back going out, and I think it's fun for your guests. They'll go out more times this next 10 days than they would normally. They get a chance to sample different restaurants with lots of different flavors, a chance to see what everybody's all about. And I really think this is exciting because it just brings people together, and you can feel the atmosphere. People are really enjoying it.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Rich, for speaking with us and sharing these wonderful plates, too. It was great speaking with you. And Newport Beach Restaurant Week starts today. It's going to end Sunday, January 25th. So, like Rich was saying, you've got 10 days to come and enjoy more than 50 restaurants. And there's so much to offer. So it's really cool that the Newport Beach Chamber of Commerce brought this back 4 years later after it was on a brief hiatus.
Yeah.
I'll send it back to you.
Beautiful
The farmhouse is great. I've been there
Beautiful
before.
setting.
It's beautiful.
How much was that special meal? Because it's a special deal with all the stuff you get to sample, right?
It is a special deal, and they're asking the price.
The price is $65.
Awesome.
It's the salad, a choice of the entree, and the dessert with the glass of Prosecco.
Wow, with the glass
Sounds like
of
a good
Prosecco.
deal.
Yeah, doesn't it?
Yeah.
All right,
Right.
All right, thank you, Coco. So we do have some breaking news still ahead. 20 people we're learning have been charged, including 15 former NCAA players, in an alleged scheme to fix basketball games.
Also, a Fox 11 exclusive. Our Gina Silva spoke to the man who drove a U-Haul into a crowd of protesters in West LA, while he says what we all saw in that video is just a misunderstanding.
All right, good morning. Welcome to Good Day LA at 7:30. It is Thursday, January 15th. We are midway through the month already.
It doesn't
How did that happen?
necessarily feel like January because we've got some nice warm temperatures out there today, Samantha.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's January, it's winter, but we have another visit. Summer-like temperatures on the way this afternoon. A live look right now at LAX. You can see a lot of cars backed up. If you're leaving town, why? Stick around, and we could be seeing temperatures warmest across the nation. But if you are coming into town, we welcome you with wide open arms and a lot of sunshine. 58 degrees currently in Pasadena under clear conditions, and we're warming up courtesy of the offshore winds coming out of the northeast pushing towards the southwest. Gusts 45 to 50 miles an hour. Area shade in the tan still under wind alerts through tomorrow afternoon, but we will stick with the offshore flow, and that continues to bring our temperatures well above normal. Today, 75 degrees. A along our beach communities. So pick your favorite beach spot. 81 for inland communities. Could be a little warmer than that for valleys in the IE. Winds continue to be an issue through our mountains, canyons, and passes, and we are dry. No rain, at least for the next 7-day period. A closer look at your 3-day weekend MLK holiday weekend coming up. Now, send back over.
That's right. Holiday weekend coming up. All right, Samana, thank you. Breaking news coming right into our newsroom at this hour. Prosecutors have charged 20 people, including 15 former NCAA players, in an alleged scheme to fix basketball games. The other 5 defendants were described by authorities as fixers. According to this indictment, players on more than 17 different NCAA Division I men's basketball teams fixed and attempted to fix over 29 games. Wow. We're still getting the information into our newsroom, and we will bring you more as soon as we get it.
Also this morning, more breaking news to tell you about. A federal appeals court has ruled against Palestinian activist Mahmoud Khalil, reversing his release from immigration detention. The court said Khalil's challenge to his deportation must go through immigration courts and not federal district courts. Khalil, the pro-Palestinian leader, was arrested in 2025 and accused of ties to Hamas. His lawyers call the case a violation of free speech, and they plan to appeal.
And now to a Fox 11 exclusive. The man behind the wheel of a U-Haul that drove into a crowd of Iranian protesters is now giving his side of the story. Kaler Madanesh denies trying to harm anyone. He points to video that he says shows an LAPD officer waving him onto Veteran Avenue with all the protesters. He says he intended to join the demonstration, had no other motive. He says demonstrators attacked him and not the other way around.
I was really afraid for my life. And I heard the people, the other protesters who were supporting me, that they were telling me, okay, we're going to open the path and you need to go, go, go. All I want is a peace, and all I want is freedom and human rights for everyone.
Well, nobody was hurt by that U-Haul. The case is under review by the city attorney's office. He says he will consider fighting any charges.
California Republicans lose their bid to nullify the state's new congressional map under voter-approved Proposition 50. A 3-judge panel here in Los Angeles rejected GOP claims that the maps had been drawn to favor Latino voters over other voting groups. State Republicans say they'll now seek an emergency order by the Supreme Court to pause the new map, which favors Democrats. Prop 50 was passed to counter Texas, which redrew its congressional map to favor Republicans in the upcoming midterms. And the U.S. State Department is pausing all visa processing for 75 countries as part of its immigration crackdown. Included in that list of countries is Somalia, Russia, Iran, Brazil, and Thailand. The pause goes into effect on January 21st and will continue until the department reassesses the program.
So did you register for the 2028 Olympics?
Did you finally? Did it go through?
Finally did it.
Oh.
3rd time's a charm. If you didn't, you do still have time.
You got a plan now. You want to get there. This is the day to act.
Well, many people started their day logging on to get in on the action yesterday morning, as you may have heard. The website to register for Olympic tickets is la28.org. Don't worry, you still have time to enter. Registration is open through March 18th, with the first ticket draw set for April the 7th. So the next step is going to be actually getting tickets.
Right.
Because just because you register
doesn't mean you're
going to get
Isn't that
selected
funny?
to get the tickets.
Yeah, I mean, they're in high demand, and you have to pick, what, 5 different events that you want to...
Do you? I only picked like 1 or
oh, really?
Oh, maybe I did it wrong.
I don't know if you have to pick 5 different events, and that you can pick up to 5 different events.
Oh.
You picked all 5?
I just did 2.
Oh, okay. Why am I overachieving over here? I don't understand.
I don't think they knew. Did you guys know you could pick?
I didn't know any better.
Who knows? We're
Just
probably
did the drop-down menu.
So. Yeah. Just add. Okay, so a NASA space station crew makes an early return to Earth. Did you see this? Splashing down off of San Diego's coast overnight after a crew member recently fell ill.
Lots of folks saw this if they looked up to the skies. Mario Ramirez standing by at SpaceX headquarters with more on this. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. That's right. It was visible around 12:30 a.m. and I personally missed it. That's when the first of several of my alarms goes off in the morning. But like you said, Bob, so many did, probably wondering What is that? So take a look, and you can see what was part of history for NASA. A bright orange streak ripping across the sky for less than 30 seconds. That fiery trail marking the return of NASA's SpaceX Crew 11, coming back to Earth more than a month early after one astronaut became ill while on the space station. NASA's stressing this was not an emergency, but they did want the astronaut back on Earth as quickly as possible for proper medical care. And we watched middle of the night splashdown in the Pacific off the coast near San Diego just before 1 a.m. as rescue boats rushed in to very carefully dock the capsule. During a post-return news conference, NASA wouldn't say which crew member got sick or what caused it, citing medical privacy, also saying they're in good spirits this morning.
We were bringing the crew to a medical facility in the San Diego, off the San Diego area. And so the crew will stay there. They'll stay there overnight. And we expect to bring the crew back to Houston on Friday, obviously pending the medical.
And you can see them there on board, NASA astronauts Zena Cardman and Mike Finke, Japan's Kimya Yui, and Russian cosmonaut Oleg Platonov. Now, one by one, they emerged from that capsule to be medically evaluated. The mission began back in August, but it ends now leaving the space station with just 3 astronauts on board, an American and 2 Russians. The next crew currently targeted for mid-February. Crew 11, NASA officials say, spent 167 days in space, and NASA says this is the first time that a U.S.-led spacecraft mission was cut short for medical reasons. For now, live in Hawthorne, just outside SpaceX headquarters. We'll send it back to you.
All right, Mario, thank you. That brings us to our megaphone poll this morning. Would you go to space? No. Heck yeah, beam me up. No way, Earth works just fine for me. Or depends on how long I'm staying. Go to foxla.com/vote to let us know. That one crew only banked on staying for how long, and they wound up staying for, was it 80 days?
Careful what
80
you,
days?
careful what you
8
wish
months.
for. Yeah, careful what you wish for.
And then Lauren Sanchez went up for a couple of minutes.
Yeah, that's right. That was like more or less a roller coaster, like a very tall roller coaster.
One of those rides where you just go up and down.
That's right. That's right.
Long Beach fans have voted on a name for their baseball team co-owned by Warren G. Have any guesses here? Here's a hint. Regulator!
Yeah! Oh my gosh, somebody on Instagram said that it should be the Regulators.
There you go.
And
so fans voted to call them the Long Beach Regulators.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Even though it will be officially known as the Long Beach Coast. The name, of course, referring to Warren G's 1994 hit song, Regulate. A team spokesperson told the Long Beach Post that the Regulators' name will appear through select in-ballpark experiences, special activations, creative storytelling, and limited merch drops.
Wait a second. So is it the Regulators or is it the Coast?
Just call it the Regulators.
I like the Regulators.
Yeah.
It used to be the Dirtbag. Well, that's my alma mater. And so I remember when a friend of mine from college said, hey, I'm dating a dirtbag. And I go, ooh, then you probably shouldn't date him.
Mm-hmm.
She meant the baseball player.
Oh, the actual, yeah.
She was dating a dirtbag.
I like saying that, though.
But yeah, it was,
dirtbag.
I'm dating a dirtbag.
I mean, listen, who hasn't at one point in their life, right?
Right. Especially in college.
That's right.
Good morning to you. Entertainment is sponsored by Yamava Resort and Casino. Listen, fresh off their Golden Globes win, the K-pop Demon Hunters keep proving they are golden while their views keep going. Say it with me. Up, up, up. I love that song. The smash hit Golden from K-pop Demon Hunters has surpassed 1 billion views on YouTube. This achievement was accomplished in less than 7 months. So far, this award season, the song has won the Critics' Choice Award and the Golden Globe. Could a Grammy be next?
Has
what do
to
we
be.
think? Has
to be.
I hope so for her.
I hope so. EJ and yeah.
Isn't there another movie in the works?
Yes, a sequel.
Yeah.
But that won't be out for a couple of years.
Yeah.
But
you wonder if they can come up with a song that is as catchy as that one.
Platinum.
Right?
You got to have another song. You have to have another song. I feel like they're synonymous now. The movie has to have the bop.
Something.
I wonder if BTS would have a hand in this.
Whoa.
Right?
Whoa.
Now that they're back.
Let's cook it up. Yeah. Let's make it happen. Matthew McConaughey. Well, I got to tell you, He's a great guy, but he's not all right. With AI taking over his name, his likeness, and his catchphrases.
All right.
The law firm representing McConaughey have secured 8 trademarks from the U.S. Patent Office and Trademark Office over the last several months for McConaughey, which they say is aimed at protecting his voice and likeness from unauthorized AI misuse, including what you just heard, his famous phrase from the 1993 comedy Dazed and Confused. And it also includes another audio of him saying, "Just keep living," right?
Wow.
Remember that
yeah.
sound, the LIVIN?
Just
Just keep living.
Isn't that sad that they have to actually fight to keep your likeness and your voice? I mean, it's one of the things that they were striking for, the actors.
Yeah.
That's right.
Last SAG-AFTRA protest.
But it's important.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to impact everything.
Absolutely.
Including ourselves, I'm sure, at some point.
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
Double your pleasure.
Double your fun.
That's the statement
of the great men
of Double Mint Gum.
Well, now we're selling gum.
Didn't pay us a dime.
Planned it. They did not plan that.
We'll work for gum.
Did not plan it. Great minds, you two. Good morning, everybody. We've got a look at traffic. Good Daily Traffic, sponsored by Jacoby and Myers. And we've got this incident that continues to be a big problem coming up in the Fontana area. But right now, look at the speeds and minutes. 71 minutes to get from downtown to Santa Monica. But once you get to Santa Monica, it's looking great. Beach communities, at least temperatures are going to be really nice. But right now, you just have to deal with a lot of traffic. This is the SIG alert that I've been talking about. A metal beam was in the roadway. So backing it up right around 3 o'clock this morning, a big rig struck a bridge in the area, caused one of the metal beams to fall. 2 additional vehicles struck that metal beam. There were injuries earlier. They have been transported to the hospital. So a lot of fix-it work going on westbound side of 10 right there at the 15. The backup continues to be a big problem. Bumper to bumper, a big headache. I would suggest utilizing the 60 as a possible option. Meanwhile, the eastbound stretch, outbound, looks pretty good at this hour. Here's a look at some other traffic hotspots.
After a car accident, beware of insurance companies bearing small checks. You may feel pressured to settle too soon and for too little money. Choose Jacoby and Myers. We've turned low insurance offers into big settlements. Jacoby and Myers, because everyone deserves justice.
Taking a look at some of our top stories this morning. Former Assistant Sheriff Brendan Corbett has officially entered the race for Los Angeles County Sheriff. Corbett says he has 40 years of law enforcement experience, and he is focused on safety, transparency, and trust.
The Trump administration is suing two Bay Area cities, Morgan Hill and Petaluma, over bans on natural gas in new buildings. Officials say the bans aimed at fighting climate change are illegal and costly. Both cities stopped enforcing the rules after a 2023 court ruling struck down a similar ban in Berkeley.
California's plastic recycling efforts are falling short. A new state report reveals most plastics, like yogurt containers and shampoo bottles, are recycled at rates in the single digits. Meantime, California's waste agency delayed key regulations for a landmark plastic law, sparking criticism. Environmentalists say the law is being weakened, while businesses argue delays make compliance harder.
Whole milk will soon be back on the menu in school cafeterias. President Trump signing a bill into law Wednesday, allowing schools participating in the National School Lunch Program to serve whole and 2% fat milk again, despite being banned since 2012. The shift to low-fat and skim milk in schools during the Obama administration was all part of an effort to reduce children's intake of saturated fat and calories linked to heart disease and obesity. Wednesday's bill signing comes just days after the USDA announced a new food pyramid, which includes calling for full-fat dairy products as part of a healthy diet. The milk changes in school cafeterias could take effect as soon as this fall.
Parents and guardians are about to have more control over their teens' YouTube accounts. YouTube rolling out new parental control features for its platform. Parents will soon be able to control the amount of time their teens can view shorts on supervised accounts. The company says it will also recommend more age-appropriate content. Take a break and bedtime reminders will also be enabled for users ages 13 to 17. The streaming platform says it plans to update the sign-up process for child accounts in the next few weeks. Shopping online may be adding to your stress levels. A new study found internet shopping produces higher levels of stress than reading the news. You get stressed out reading the news? Or checking emails. The team compared data from nearly 47 million website visits. Users of YouTube and streaming services, as well as online gamers, also reported increased stress levels.
I thought that it was retail therapy.
I would think so too.
Is it retail therapy or is it adding to the stress? I don't know anymore.
Or something like that? I don't know.
Huh. Well, you know, whether they earned it or not, kids today are getting more in allowance than their parents ever received. Inflation, right?
Yeah.
A new study reveals kids are getting about $52 per month on average when adjusted for, yes, inflation. That's about $36 more than their parents' average. The same study found more than 3 in 4 parents believe their kids are responsible with money.
I wonder what age they're talking about, though.
Yeah.
Kids.
Wouldn't it be, I don't know, when did you start getting an allowance?
15.
An actual allowance?
I think I was like 12.
Do you give Jackson allowance?
We don't give him money, we give him Robux.
Oh.
He doesn't want to have anything to do with money. He's like, oh, give me Robux.
That's real popular.
Very. Then he'll get there.
Here, get your Robux.
He will.
Spend more time online.
Yeah, exactly. But he sure, you know, works for it, though. Good Daily Weather brought to you by My Home Sold. And we've got Mother Nature working on warming us up. Summer-like conditions make a return. We've had several days of above normal temperatures and getting hotter temperatures, a range of 10 to 15 plus degrees above average. And thank goodness we had all that rain that came through last month and the early part of this month. It helps to, again, replenish all the moisture in our vegetation, lessening the fire danger out there. All the way down to the beach. Due to those offshore winds and compressional heating, we've got surf heights 3 to 5 feet, but look at the temperatures on the sand, 70 to 75, gorgeous. If you can take a walk along any one of our coastal communities, you'll be met with highs today in the afternoon hours, 70s, courtesy of this amplified ridge and the descending winds, keeping us dry and warm. And the gusty conditions is also the area of low pressure is helping to support that offshore flow. So we do have wind alerts in those wind-prone areas through tomorrow afternoon. Meanwhile, the coast, as I mentioned, 70s and a string of 70s, and then we get a stronger sea breeze, reducing our daytime highs the early part of next week. We go 81 degrees today, 80s, and then lessening to about 70s, should I say lowering to the 70s. Valleys, 81 degrees, if not hotter than that. Yesterday, Woodland Hills reached a high of 85 degrees. San Gabriel reached a high of 86 degrees, and you know the story. And then eventually we'll come down. Look at MLK Monday. Looks really good. Sunshine and, yes, lack of rain for Southern California due to those offshore winds trending. 61 degrees in the high country, and temperatures a range of upper 50s, quite comfortable this time of year. High desert, 72 degrees over towards Palmdale, and then 60s make a return if you're heading over to the Palm Springs area. Oh, it's looking good for the Coachella Valley. 82 and more of it. Sunshine and dry conditions. A beautiful holiday weekend there if you want to plan to head out to, yes, Palm Springs. Back to you two.
Sounds like a pretty good idea.
Yeah, it does.
Look at this.
Whoa.
Osprey at an Australian zoo was captured on video performing an epic dive to catch a fish. Zoo's Victoria posted this video of Alvy enjoying a summer swim. He's been recovering due to concerns over his feather waterproofing. Officials say he's coming along just fine after he performed this 100-meter loop, which is actually part of his recovery training. According to wildlife experts, a typical osprey can reach around 50 miles per hour by the time it's in the water.
How cool is that?
Beautiful.
Birds are so majestic. Snoopy and the Peanuts gang are taking over the Knott's Berry Farm for the park's annual Peanuts celebration. It runs weekends from January 31st through February 22nd, featuring character meet and greets, interactive activities, and themed food. For this year, they're adding the Knott's Express, which is a traveling musical production built around the park. Plus, you'll be able to see limited-time Peanuts art exhibit focused on kite flying. The celebration is included with regular park admission.
We are getting a closer look at the massive Galactic coaster that's coming to Legoland, California. This is the first indoor roller coaster at the theme park. But this isn't just a ride, this is an entire space mission. Before you even board, you meet the chief engineer in the briefing room to prep for a launch, and using wristbands and touchscreens, you can build your own spacecraft. This is the largest single investment in the park's history. The ride opens on March the 6th.
I've never been to Legoland.
Oh my God.
I know, it's about time, right?
Ethan would go...
You would go crazy.
You'll spend the whole day there.
It's the only, Lego is the only thing he can actually sit down and focus on.
Oh, well, there you go.
He loves it.
It's going to be
an adventure.
Yeah,
that's right.
Sure.
Okay, so coming up, we are breaking down the top cosmetic and skincare trends for 2026.
Also, who doesn't like pizza? It's one of the most popular foods in the world. And now, one award-winning pizza maker is using his skills to give back and help fight childhood hunger. We will be speaking with Chris Bianco about his role in the Pizza for a Smile initiative.
Yeah. I'm in the mood.
All right.
I was just in New York.
Yeah? day, LA. It is January 15th already, 8 o'clock. I'm Jen Lammers.
I'm Bobby Castro. Yeah, we got a busy morning for you this morning on Good Day LA. Here's what's coming up. It's being called unprecedented. A medical evacuation of an astronaut on board the International Space Station. We'll have more on the splashdown off the coast of San Diego. Gigi.
And today, the union representing LA City firefighters is launching their signature gathering campaign. They want a ballot measure on the November ballot that will increase the sales tax in the city of Los Angeles to help fund LA City Fire.
And a new strategy from the Trump administration to acquire Greenland, the case they're making on the world stage. We'll have more on that. But first, let's get to Samada for a check on our forecast.
It'll be the next holiday destination, Greenland.
That's right.
Iceland was big.
The Riviera of the...
There you go. More on all that.
Something or other, yeah.
More on all that coming up. Good morning, Jen and Bob. I'm in for Maria this morning and taking a look at our weather conditions right now. We're slowly seeing the warmth. We're going to get another big warm up for your afternoon. Highs today, we're going to turn these 50s and 60s to 70s and 80s. Lots of sunshine on the way. Coastal communities, Huntington Beach could see highs about 75 degrees. Beautiful weather there. Inland spots about 81 degrees. Wind conditions still a problem for some of our wind-prone communities across LA and Ventura counties through canyons and passes. And our mountain communities will be looking at winds that could gust up to 40 to 50 miles per hour. So please be careful on your drive, especially through the 15 as well as the 5 corridor. High deserts, 72 degrees, and we are dry. No rain today, no rain tomorrow. All the way into next week, we're looking at the dry conditions continuing. A closer look at the 7-day forecast and your holiday weekend, MLK Day on Monday looks pretty good, but again, more details on that coming up. For now, we're going to send over to Stu with a look at traffic, something we've been talking about all morning long. This big signal alert, Stu, what you have?
Hey, good morning, Samana. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, we finally got out here, but take a look at what's happening. Now, that crash has actually been cleared, but this is the area that you've been talking about. Big Rig hit the 15 freeway while passing under on the westbound 10 in the Ontario area. You got crews out here. They're working to do those repairs. It actually did damage the bridge, bringing part of that bridge down, and vehicles did hit it. Now, that Big Rig actually is over here now. This is important because they're actually blocking part of the transition road from the southbound 15 to the westbound 10. Why is this important? Well, let's take a quick look here. If you're traveling on that westbound 10 this morning, they're shutting you down and they're pushing you off onto that 15. Huge backup out here, and we're going to swing back around. Whoops, sorry about that. We're going to swing back around and show you the route that most people are taking. You're going to take that west 15 and then you're going to get onto the south. I'm sorry, you're going to take the west 10 and you're going to get onto the south 15, because if you get onto the north 15, you're not going to be able to make that U-turn and come back because they have that interchange closed down. That's what I'm showing you right there. So if you're driving it this morning and you're going to be basically turned around, take the southbound 15 from the westbound 10, make your turnaround, come back, and then transition. That's going to be this one right here to the westbound 10. Sounds very difficult, but if you're out here and you're driving it, you'll probably figure it out. Huge delays, though, on that 15 and that 10 freeway this morning. If you can, avoid the area altogether. Just getting out on the road, maybe the 210 will probably be your best bet, or you could look into the 60, depending upon where you need to be. I'm Stu up at Skyfox, sending it back to y'all in the studio.
Stay home. Yeah, tricky spot this morning. Thank you, Stu. So we have some breaking news right now. 15 former NCAA basketball players have been charged in a scheme to fix basketball games. Another 5 people were also charged in this. So authorities say players were bribed with up to $30,000 per game. This follows NCAA investigations that spanned 10 players for life over gambling. Officials say at least 30 players have been investigated for similar allegations. None of the players charged have been identified yet.
A SpaceX capsule carrying 4 astronauts makes an eye-catching re-entry and splashes down off San Diego's coast overnight.
There's something to see. Mario Ramirez is live with more on NASA's first ever medical evacuation of a space station crew member. Good morning.
That's right. NASA's Crew 11 is safe after a nearly 11-hour journey from the International Space Station back here to Earth. And let's show it to you. We're just outside SpaceX headquarters, and this, what you see here, that Falcon 9 rocket standing out front, the same type of rocket that launched Crew 11 into space back in August before their return overnight. And look at this, that bright orange streak that many people saw lighting up the pre-dawn sky here in Southern California. Well, that was SpaceX Crew 11 making a dramatic return. The fiery plasma trail there seen from across the coast overnight for no more than 30 seconds as the capsule raced toward a splashdown off the coast of San Diego, which happened just before 1 a.m. local time. Now, this research mission was not supposed to end yet, but NASA made the call to bring the crew home early after a serious medical issue involving one of the astronauts. Once that Dragon capsule hits the water, recovery boats rush in to very carefully dock and help the crew out to land. NASA calling this a medical evacuation, not an emergency return. Officials spoke about this operation early this morning after the astronauts officially returned.
We were bringing the crew to a medical facility in the San Diego, off the San Diego area. And so the crew will stay there. They'll stay there overnight, and we expect to bring the crew back to Houston on Friday, obviously pending the medical.
And they are currently being medically evaluated on board. NASA astronauts Zena Cardman and Mike Finke, Japan's Kim Young-Yui, and Russian cosmonaut Oleg Platonov. The crew launched to space back August 1st, and they were originally set to stay until late February. And now the International Space Station's left the skeleton crew until SpaceX Crew 12 launches February 15th. Now, this morning, NASA stressing that Crew 11 is safe. Again, they're being medically evaluated, and we could hear from them in the coming days as those astronauts will speak for themselves. For now, that's the latest here in Hawthorne. I'm Mario Ramirez. Back to you.
All right, Mario, thank you. So happening today, LA City firefighters will be asking people for their signatures.
They want to get a measure on the November ballot. Gigi Graciette live in the Pico Robertson area to tell us what this is all about. Gigi, good morning.
Good morning. We're across the street from LA City Fire Station 58 here on Robertson, and you may be able to make out union members. They're actually getting ready for a media briefing set to start at 9 a.m. when they'll be announcing that today they are starting their signature gathering campaign. And this is all to get a measure on the November ballot to increase the sales tax in the city of Los Angeles, half a cent, to help fund the department. Now, Los Angeles firefighters have long said that years of underfunding and understaffing have left the city underserved, and now they're asking taxpayers to help. So they drafted a half-cent sales tax ballot measure to boost funding for the department. This would be supplemental funding, and that's very important to note. The proposal was actually approved by the city clerk last year, but signature gathering begins today, and this is the second hurdle they're going to have to overcome because they need to collect 154,000 signatures from registered Los Angeles voters, which will then be subjected to an audit process, and then, and only then, will it make the ballot. Now, the firefighters union says LAFD is operating with the same number of firefighters as they did back in the 1960s, but they now have 6 fewer stations, and 4 of those stations are more than 80 years old. They don't even have room for the equipment necessary, like the one in downtown Los Angeles. They also point to national standards for response times. Now, the national standard to respond to a 911 call for help, obviously, for firefighters is 4 minutes. According to the union, LA City Fire's response time is more than double that. Again, the signature gathering campaign starts today. If they pass that hurdle, then when you vote, if you live in the city of Los Angeles in November, you'll be asked yes or no on a half a cent increase in your sales tax. Reporting live, I'm Gigi Graciette. Back to you.
All right, Gigi, thank you. So President Trump may be backing away from possible military intervention in Iran to back protesters there. He says the Iranian regime has agreed to halt executions, but as Doug Luzader reports, nothing is certain.
Iran is pressing for a diplomatic solution, but the rhetoric from the regime in recent days has been all over the map. A government-backed funeral procession in Iran. The dead, they say, include fallen members of security forces that have struggled to keep the regime in place in the face of widespread protests. One man is seen holding a picture of President Trump.
you will be overthrown, it says.
We have some news on Iran, which we're going to talk about.
From the president, though, perhaps a temporary reprieve for Iran, which had threatened to begin executing protesters.
We've been told that the killing in Iran is stopping, and it's stopped, and it's stopping. And there's no plan for executions or executions. So I've been told that a good authority.
I can tell you, I'm confident about that, there is no plan for hanging at all.
Iran's foreign minister confirmed those reports, but he also blamed Israel for recent unrest and deaths.
They wanted to increase the number of deaths. Why? Because President Trump has said that if there are killings, he would intervene. And they wanted to drag him into this conflict, and that was exactly an Israeli plot.
An attack on the regime is the only help it really matters. The bottom line is sooner rather than later.
And there are certainly Iran hawks on Capitol Hill who have been pressing for U.S. action. One Democrat, though, questioned the president's priorities.
Yeah, it's pretty wild that he cares more about protesters in Iran than he does in America.
And notably, the president would not say that a military option is off the table for Iran. In Washington, Doug Luzader, Fox News.
All right, Doug, thank you. The Trump administration not giving up in its fight to acquire Greenland. Top Danish officials held talks at the White House with Vice President Vance and Secretary of State Marco Rubio. While one Danish official said there's a fundamental disagreement over control of Greenland, both sides agreed to create a working group to discuss how to work through differences.
Greenland plays a critical role in protecting both North America and Europe from incursion. That needs to be in control of someone who's even stronger than NATO. That's the United States of America.
There's possibilities to accommodate the concerns of the president, while we at the same time respect the red lines of the Kingdom of Denmark.
Denmark, who owns Greenland, announced plans to boost the country's military presence along with other NATO members. President Trump calls for a U.S. takeover, claiming it's to prevent China and or Russia from doing the same.
All right, still ahead. More square footage, more problems. Is that what we're saying? What a new study is saying about living in large homes.
I have to get a new heater.
Well, yeah.
I'm not even going to tell you how much that's going to cost. Sherman Oaks neighbors frustrated by a neighbor who has no problem bearing it all, why they say this situation has gone too far. All right, let's first get to Coco. She's live in Newport Beach this morning. Good morning.
Good morning. That's right. The return of Newport Beach Restaurant Week. We are here at CDM Restaurant. We are going to tell you all about their $60 three-course dinner coming up.
Oh. Hello.
You just witnessed Bob in his natural habitat.
I'm working. I'm working.
Coming up on 8:15, there's really no gentle way of saying this. There's a guy walking around naked in his apartment in Sherman Oaks, and it's really bothering his neighbors. So he could clearly, look, be seen by others, and a request for him to close his blinds was rebuffed. The man posted a sign saying they should close their blinds. One person who tried to report this to police on a non-emergency phone line, nobody picked up. According to attorney Dimitri Gorin, the neighbors have a valid complaint.
When you constantly walk around naked, it implies that you want other people to see you, especially once they have warned you.
Everyone knows who he is in this building. They definitely have talked about him and think it's like kind of odd.
He's a neighborhood naked guy. That legal expert says if the police issue a warning to the man and he ignores it, that could eventually lead to him being forced to register as a sex offender.
So it turns out size does matter if you want to be happy.
What?
If you live in a large home, you might want to put it on the market for the sake of your happiness. So a new study shows while U.S. homes have nearly doubled in size since the 1970s, life satisfaction has declined. Researchers say larger homes often bring higher costs, more stress, and less family connection. One family downsized from a 3,000 square foot house in Tennessee to a 1,700 square foot Brooklyn apartment. Family members found more happiness, less clutter, and stronger bonds. They say living with less has brought them more peace and more freedom.
Well, yeah, because you're all jumbled in together.
Yeah. They're also probably like living in a new place, living in Brooklyn and having fun and just like living in the city.
Also, you can't have a 3,000 square foot pad in Brooklyn,
and then
period.
There's that.
Right?
But this is one of the happiest times of my life, I think, is when I had my shoebox in Manhattan.
Yeah,
right?
same.
A little shoebox.
How big was yours?
It was like a studio, so it was small.
Mine was 400 square feet.
Yeah, it had to be about that small.
Yep. A brick wall. You could really, you could outstretch your hands, and I feel like you could touch wall to wall.
Really? Oh, mine was a little bigger than that.
Yeah, and then I had this. I had the oven.
Oh, you had
with the two burners.
Oh my gosh! How does that all fit in there?
I don't think I had any storage space.
They figure it out.
Yeah.
They do. You'd be surprised.
I had a kitchen. At that point, I never cooked at all.
No, same.
Yeah.
Well, I actually used my oven like Carrie Bradshaw as storage.
Right. My kitchen was storage also.
Yeah. Well, you guys have so many areas to go out and eat and enjoy.
Right.
That's right. You can just pop over to wherever it is. I had a $1 slice place right around the corner from me.
See? There you go. There you go. Well, good morning, Jen and Bob, and to all our viewers. We're going to increase the heat today. Daytime highs, a range of 70s for our beach areas. So through the South Bay, Huntington Beach, yesterday saw a high of 71 degrees, more of the same today. And you push further inland, we've got 80s on tap. The Santa Ana winds continue, and that's what's bringing the heat way up and dry through the next 7-day period. All courtesy of this area of high pressure, and that amplified ridge is kicking storm systems well away from much of the west coast. And here in Southern California, the descending winds, as it makes its way through our canyons and passes and funnels through, it actually heats up due to compressional heating, and that's why we are warm. We still have wind alerts in place because we do have this area of low pressure that's giving that added support, and that's helping to drive winds of up to 45 to 50 miles an hour, and those gusts will be impacting areas downwind, the Santa Monica Mountains, the 101, the 118, and Ventura County and LA County Mountains still under that wind threat through tomorrow afternoon. Eventually, the winds will subside just a tad, but the offshore flow is going to still be with us. We've got 75 degrees, beautiful weather into your MLK 3-day holiday. We've got 81 for inland communities, and temperatures eventually will come down, but still warmer than average. Sunshine and dry conditions, and our valleys here in Southern California could be the warmest spot across the nation. Lucky us. Now we're going to send it over to Stu with a look at traffic. What you got for this time, Stu? Oh yeah, that big problem.
Hey, good morning, Samara. Yeah, we're staying over the big one. This is going to be that big sig alert that's in the Ontario area. Now it's westbound 10 freeway right at the 15. Early morning crash damaged the bridge. Crews are still out here working. Westbound 10 freeway, all lanes shut down. They're pushing you off onto the 15. Let's take a look at some of that backup, and it is huge. A lot of folks not getting that message when they're hitting the road. You know, the 210 might be a really good take because it basically parallels the 10 freeway. You can get around this pretty quickly. Exactly, and if you have to rejoin the 10, well, if you take that 15 southbound, you cannot rejoin the westbound 10 right now because that transition is closed as well. So the best bet right now, 210, maybe the 60, and or you're going to go southbound on that 15 and then turn around and come back northbound on the 15 to rejoin that westbound 10. Don't have a time frame on when they're going to reopen it, but right now they're still doing their work. We'll have some more Good Day LA after the break.
Welcome back. After a 4-year hiatus, Newport Beach Restaurant Week is back. The 11-day celebration kicks off today.
So we needed to send someone there to check it all out.
And who better?
Coco is there. So delicious.
Good morning. You know what, Jen? I agree with you. I do think I'm the best person for this job, you know, surrounded by good food.
Right, exactly.
Absolutely. And we're talking about delicious food here at CDM Restaurant. They are a part of Newport Beach Restaurant Week that has come back, like you mentioned. And I'm here with Andrew now, the general manager. So this is such a beautiful restaurant. Tell us all about CDM.
Thank you. So we opened in 2019. Right before COVID. So we've been open we had our 6-year anniversary, I believe it was in April of last year. We're just growing as a company with the River Jetty Restaurant Group. We have 3 other restaurants locally as well, so feel free to check those out. Crystal Cove is also down the street, about 3 miles down the road in Crystal Cove, and they're taking part as well. Nice. So feel free, please check us out over the next 10 days or whenever you'd like.
I like that, yes. And you have a speakeasy, too.
We do
really
have a speakeasy, yeah. So that one is open Thursday through Saturday. Opens at 4:30. We do book it for private events as well, so please call ahead. to see if it is open that day, because a lot, especially this time of year, we have a lot of private events. But Brandon Nelson is our speakeasy bar director down there, and he does a phenomenal job. So if you're ever looking for some intense and upscale cocktails, check us out.
I would eat everything on this table. We're talking about a $60 3-course dinner.
Yes.
Tell us what you have to offer.
Okay, so for the first course, we have a choice of heirloom tomato burrata salad. We also have our French onion soup, which is on the menu right now as well, so you can get that for the foreseeable future. Then we go over to the main courses. You have a choice of our dirty pasta, which is like a ground duck bolognese. Ooh. Then we have our pan-seared branzino that has a roasted red pepper and goat cheese cream sauce, a little bit of a sautéed cannellini. And then you have the skirt steak. So this is going to be skirt steak. It's going to be served over a little bit of ranchero sauce with a little Parmesan au gratin potatoes as well.
Yum.
And then moving over to desserts, we have our, it's one of our legacy dishes. This is our chocolate silk pie, so we always have this one. And then this is a special for the event as well, which is going to be, it's like a New York style cheesecake with a blueberry compote as well.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
and the presentation, props to the chef for this.
Yes.
It looks amazing.
Yes.
But also a really good deal on wines, right?
Yes. So our wine director, Jason Howard, he put this together. These are just pairing suggestions for the main courses. So, for example, with the pan-seared branzino, we have this Vermentino. You also, for the dirty pasta, I believe it is, we have the Pien de la Vigne, and then we have our in-house, this is actually our own label, which we do with Paso Robles, the Fabulous Winery. They put it together for us with the help of Jason Howard, our wine director, and Stephen Akkad, our other wine director.
Okay.
It's the 100% cab with Fabulous Winery, Paso.
I love it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Andrew, for speaking
Well,
with
thank you.
us. Newport Beach Restaurant Week starts today and wraps up Sunday, January 25th. I'll send it back to you.
Best part of your job, you get to eat. Worst part of your job, you have to eat.
You know that. You've been out there many times
It's like, just
before.
keep eating, right?
That's
Yeah.
right. Okay, so still ahead, Brooke is living large in downtown LA.
No, really, I am at a larger-than-life exhibit. What do you think about this in my hair? I cannot wait to get inside and show you.
January the 15th, halfway through the month.
Where
Happy new
started my
episode
diet.
Of the Pit Day.
I'm really, yeah, that's right. It's a new episode of The Pit.
Yeah.
I'm really impressed by all of our viewers DMing us
about
our mint
attire.
colors.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody said we're 2 peas in a pod.
Oh, that's a good one.
He's the one who does the great Bobby D impression, by the way.
That's hilarious.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Let's
and the
see the
Sumat
original
impression.
What's that?
Oh, guys.
Guys.
Does my
so
voice
sweet.
go way up?
He filmed it, remember?
Oh, that guy.
That guy, Steven.
Oh,
You're
that
like-
guy.
Double trouble.
My God. My God. Don't do me next, please.
But you also say Maria says, sizzle, sizzle.
She doesn't.
Anywho.
She said that. I got that from her, sizzle, sizzle. So she keeps.
She said it probably
claiming
once
she
in her
didn't say
lifetime,
that,
and you
but-
just globbed onto it.
Well, I'll say it. Sizzle, sizzle, because that's what we're.
It's true sizzle, sizzle.
Yeah.
Oh,
sizzle.
boy.
Oh boy. Sizzle, sizzle.
Mickey Mouse.
I'm in for Maria this morning, as Amanda thinks I sound like Minnie Mouse, maybe? Oh boy. Get ready for heat, Southern California. Oh boy, we're warming back up into the 70s and 80s. If you can get out to the beach, go for it. Taking a look at our satellite radar, the offshore flow, winds blowing from the land out to sea, is clearing us up and warming us up due to compressional heating. We've got temperatures right now, 64 degrees in the LA area, very, very comfortable. Santa Monica at 58 degrees. We still have winds to contend with, especially those wind-prone areas of our interior valley. So just a heads up, through areas of the 5 corridor, through the Grapevine, the 14th, through the Newhall Pass, gusts could reach up to 45, if not slightly a little stronger than that. So just be cautious if you're driving, if that's part of your commute. Temperatures due to the offshore trend, 75 degrees along the coast. 80s are back. We've got warmer than normal temperatures, a range of 10 to even 15 degrees plus above what's normal for this time of year. We're going to keep track of these temperatures. Today could be the warmest day of this next 7-day period. Numbers yesterday, Woodland Hills reached a high of 85 degrees. Mountain spots still gusty, as I mentioned. 61 degrees in the Big Bear area. High deserts keeping it right at 72 degrees for Palmdale, Lancaster, and the lower deserts. If you're heading out to Palm Springs, out there we've got 82, and your 3-day holiday weekend, Friday into Sunday, we're looking at temperature ranges also in the 80s, and we continue to be dry. Now send over to Stu with a look at traffic. Stu, what you got?
Hey, Samana, we're staying up here in Ontario. Can keep an eye on this traffic accident, and it is definitely a SIG alert. It's going to be at the westbound 10 at the 15. Early morning crash right around 3 a.m. involving a big rig and a couple of vehicles, but the bridge is the big player here. Originally, California Highway Patrol saying, hey, we're going to get this open probably by 4:30 a.m. Turns out not so much. Extensive damage to that bridge. You got crews down there working to do repairs. While all this is going on, the westbound 10 shut down right at the 15. They're pushing you off onto the 15 freeway. Take it south. If you're going to be here, take it south, turn around and come back, and then you can rejoin the westbound 10. But if you're on the southbound 15, you cannot join the westbound 10. That transition road also closed at this time. Now, this is going to be here for an they don't know when they're going to reopen it up, but the 210 freeway is definitely a good take. The 60 might be a good take as well, depending upon where you need to be. If you're going to sit in that backup, they're talking about just under an hour. So add under an hour to your drive. Sending it back to you all in the studio.
All right, Stu, thank you. So Los Angeles is ditching an old law banning playing catch on sidewalks and streets. The city council voted 14-0 to repeal the 1945 rule, which would fine violators up to $1,000 or jail them for 6 months. Imagine being in jail for 6 months, half a year, because you played catch. Council, I would actually take that as I would tell that story forever. Councilmember Bob Blumenfeld called it uncommonly silly, noting it criminalized parents playing catch with their children. He added that more serious activities like firing weapons are already covered by other laws. The repeal process is now underway.
You have to wonder if it's still enforced, right? Like
Can't be, right?
More than 500 million people want to buy tickets to this year's FIFA World Cup. FIFA says the high demand comes despite ticket prices which run around $8,600. What? Is that right? Each? To reduce criticism, FIFA will offer tickets to just $60 to each tournament game to each of the 48 national federations. Each federation can dole out their tickets to their fans as they please. Ticket demand is highest for the Colombia versus Portugal game in Miami Gardens, Florida in June. All right, speaking of registering for tickets, did you register for the LA 28 Olympics?
We were doing this live yesterday, right? If you didn't register, you still have time.
You got to plan now. You want to get there. This is the day to act.
Oh, resale. So ticket registration opened yesterday morning, and it runs through March 18th. According to LA Times, it took some people more than an hour, Bob DeCastro, to process registration requests.
Right, three.
Yeah, and then freezing like 3 times for you, right? Getting kicked out of that waiting room, too, before some completed the process. You'll get an email beginning March 31st with your assigned time slot through the lottery. If you live here in Southern California, the first purchasing window is from April 2nd through the 6th.
It's probably easier if you try now, because
I would say so,
everybody was,
right?
Right out of the gates, everybody was trying to get those tickets.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Broad Museum has a giant exhibit that may have you feeling a little small.
Brooke joins us from the museum in downtown LA. This is exciting.
No, this is really exciting. Larger than life is definitely an understatement here. I'm talking about tables and chairs you can walk under, stacks of dishes that are taller than me. It's just a really cool tribute to everyday objects. So look, let's go in. I showed you the bow, right? We love it. Ed, what's going on here? I wish they could see it, but here's the thing. That's why they need to come. That's why the people at home watching need to come and see this in person, because it almost, we tried. You can't really see it on camera, but walking around this stack of dishes, it feels like they're moving, but they're not. And it's just one of the really cool things here. Talk to me about this exhibition.
So this exhibition is of a artist from Los Angeles, Robert Therian. He passed away in 2019. But this is 130 of his objects, a lot of which are scaled very dramatically. You just talked about these plates. I think that it would be wise for people to think of cartoons, think of animations, but think about an animated cartoon in which everything is stationary. It just feels like it's moving. Yeah. It feels like objects are talking to each other. A duck can become a pitcher can become a chapel. All of these things sort of transform and undertake a lot of different metamorphosis inside of this installation.
There's a lot of cool memories too. What's been the reaction from people when, they've seen any of his art?
I think most people think of themselves. I think most people go into their minds and think about a memory, think about a memory from their childhood, a moment in their sort of domestic spaces in their homes. And that's really the magic of Robert Therian's work, is that he's not telling you what to do in this exhibition, but somehow you know what to do. And that's a great thing. Art can be very intimidating, but this isn't. This is something that's very accessible, something that's very friendly and open to anyone that wants to come.
Yeah. Okay, talk to me about ticket prices and when people can come. Give me all of it.
So we have a variety of ticket prices, both regular admission and student prices. And on Thursday, we're entirely free. So just encourage anybody to come by anytime. Yeah, we're open.
Thursday, by the way, is today. Yeah, I know you don't have anything to do. Come look at this, just put it in perspective. Me, I'm, obviously the tallest person that you know. Right. So
obviously,
I don't really do much. I'm 5'3", but yeah, but
that's
it's still pretty cool.
It's just fun and whimsical too, right?
Yeah.
Now you know how a mouse feels.
Right.
Yes, wait, I am about to show you guys. There's a part of this we're walking in next hour, and it's gonna blow your mind. Just know that.
All right.
Excited. Thank you.
Thanks, Brooke.
Yeah.
So there's been a shift in the Force. Big changes are coming to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge at Disneyland. Starting April 29th, visitors can explore new storylines spanning different Star Wars eras, from the Galactic Civil War to the Resistance. Iconic characters like Darth Vader, Leia, Han Solo, and Luke Skywalker will join fan favorites like The Mandalorian and Grogu. Plus, John Williams' legendary Star Wars music will enhance the experience.
Okay, over to Disney World now, where the Florida theme park whipped up a stunt even Indiana Jones himself couldn't stop. A 400-pound rubber boulder prop went off track and was rolling straight into the audience when an employee stepped in. Take a look.
It's coming right for us.
What? I think people thought it was part of the show.
That looks like it's part of the show.
Right?
But if it's 400 pounds, it looked like he bounced off of it.
Oh, is he okay?
So one of the, apparently, well, let's see. One of the Disney cast members put himself between the boulder and the crowd. What a hero. To protect guests, thankfully, the man stopped the 400-pound prop before it could do any damage. A former stuntman who used to work on the show says the ball is supposed to stay on the tracks, but sometimes it can speed up and fly off. He says the worker did exactly what he's trained to do.
Wow.
The protocol is to try to get it away from the audiences, to try to make sure that it, kind of goes back, into the stage area.
Disney says the cast member is recovering, and the company is modifying that element of the show at Hollywood Studios in Orlando. You know people are going to want to go now.
Oh, yeah.
To see that.
You heard the crowd, and I think they actually thought that this was part of it. They were excited to see this. And then they saw some a real action hero there.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite rides.
Indiana Jones?
Indiana Jones.
It's a good one.
But I wait to be the driver.
Oh.
I wait.
Mm-hmm.
You can let people go in front of you because I want that row.
Ah.
Yeah.
I like the Mummy.
That's at Universal.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The Mummy Returns. That's at Universal Studios. We love them both. We love them both. Good morning, and I love you both. Entertainment is sponsored by Yamava Resort and Casino. 6 and 14 is on and popping for the Masked Singer. And the eliminations last night were 1, 2, 3 times as big. Okay, so kicking off the elimination for last night was Mr. and Mrs. Croissant, which was Todd and Julie Chrisley. Now, they were the reality stars who were fully pardoned by President Trump last year after they were convicted of tax evasion and bank fraud. They were actually eliminated last week, but the episode ended on a cliffhanger. And, I guess all to poke fun at it a little bit if you can't laugh at yourself. They performed Jailhouse Rock. And one of the clues were they were upper crust socialites living at the top, and it all came crumbling down.
Jenny McCarthy looks great.
She does.
You know what? Jenny McCarthy is the standout star. Never put a mask on that.
What are you doing? What have you done? What are you doing? I need to know.
She looks refreshed.
Yeah.
But guys, wait. There's more. They weren't the only ones eliminated last night. Can I get a... I know, right? Take a look at who else was unmasked.
We love
that's our girl.
Yeah.
Rita Ora guessed it right. Who is Tiffany Haddish, who sang One Way or Another by Blondie. The clue suggested her global fame, including over $1 billion at the box office. But wait, there's more. You're like, Amanda, how can there be more? You just gave us 3 unmasks. Well, guess what?
What?
I'm taking off the mask, and who's going to be our guest at 11 a.m.?
Oh.
Tiffany Haddish is coming on down.
Yeah.
She's joining us on GDLA Plus. I hope you tune in at 11:15.
She's great.
At our interview.
We love her.
Okay, and last hour, let's check our space poll. Ooh, it's tied up for no way Earth works for me and depends on how long on would you go to space. Go to foxla.com/vote to let us know.
Love it. Thank you.
Of course.
Okay, so coming up next, our next guest is here to talk about food for the belly and the soul.
Yeah, award-winning chef Chris Bianco joining us with, he's going to share this initiative, Pizza for a Smile, what it does for communities right here in L.A. First, let's get to Samana with a look at traffic. Oh, Stu.
Or Stu. Hey, good morning, everybody. This traffic report brought to us by Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob. This is going to be that SIG alert that's been going on all morning. We're in Ontario. All westbound lanes shut down at the 15. What was I showing you right there? Those are the crews trying to do repairs to that bridge, and it seems to be pretty extensive. They're not giving it any type of ETA when they're going to reopen up all those lanes. What's it doing to the drive? Well, you know it. It's destroying that westbound 10 ride. Add about an hour to your drive if you're going to stay on that 10. And if you do make that drive, make sure when you do that transition to the south only, and then turn around, come back north on that 15, and then rejoin that westbound 10, because the southbound 15 transition closed as well. Right now, the alternative's probably going to be your best. That would be the 210 or the 60, depending upon where you got to end up. That 10 freeway, they're not giving a time when they're going to reopen those westbound lanes. Let's take a look at other traffic hotspots.
I looked up and just ran.
Maybe we need to seek somebody who does have the expertise to be able to guide us through the process.
If you're getting to an accident,
you're in good hands by dealing with Jacob and Ron.
Call Jacob.
Welcome back, everybody. Get ready for more summer-like conditions. We got temperature highs on the way. Back into the 80s we go. Sunshine and dry conditions. We just have to watch the winds. Santa Ana winds continue to blow through Southern California, and the wind alert's in place through tomorrow afternoon. Here's a look at our daytime highs. 70s along the coast if you can get there. Inland communities, so many local communities here in SoCal will be in the highs. The range of low 80s to even mid 80s possible. Woodland Hills yesterday hit a high of 85 degrees. The range of 10 to even above 15 degrees above normal. There's the Santa Ana winds that do continue. The offshore flow pushes through the weekend, so we're going to maintain these really nice temperatures and no rain, no glimpse of rain for the next 7-day period. So enjoy it while we can. We made it through the middle of January, and look at the last several days. Red box is an indicator of above normal conditions. And pushing through your 3-day holiday weekend, MLK Day on Monday looks fabulous. We'll keep things in the 70s then. For the downtown LA area, we are tracking the rainfall totals nearing 2.5 inches of rain, and that's good news. It helps to replenish all the moisture in our vegetation, and that lessens fire danger. Our beach communities, 3 to 5 feet for Ventura County, LA County, 2 to 4 feet. If you're coming to visit in town a little ahead of the holiday weekend, oh, look at that. Temperatures right there on the sand, 70 to 75 degrees. A sunset is going to be gorgeous right after 5 p.m. This building ridge of high pressure and the offshore flow keeps us dry and warm. And the breakdown of 7-day forecast. Lots and lots of sunshine. Don't forget the sunscreen as well as your sunglasses. 81 degrees for inland spots. And we're going to keep on with the sunshine across our valleys, the warmest of the nation here in SoCal. Send back over to you guys.
That's good. He has been called America's best pizza maker.
And who better to help make pizzas for a worthy cause? He is Chris Bianco, James Beard award-winning chef, and the legendary talent behind Pizzeria Bianco. Yeah, we're saying it. And he's lending his talents now to help nourish communities with dignity and heart.
It's called Pizza for a Smile, and he's here to talk about that and the good that it does. Chef Bianco, great to see you.
Oh, so good to see you both.
Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me. And yeah, just to talk about, yeah, so just some important work that, people are, doing here in Los Angeles and in D.C. and New York.
Celebrating its second year now, right?
Celebrating
How
its
did it
second
get its start?
It started as many things start by a beautiful happenstance. A friend of mine, Luciano and Monica, his little boy, Sebastian, 8-year-old at the time, they're waiting for a pizza to take home.
Yeah.
And he noticed someone outside, a woman that was hungry in need, and noticed him when she went in and noticed when he went outside. It was a cold day. And on the way out, carrying their pizza to the car, he just went over, unprompted, and offered her a slice of pizza. And
just a small, nice gesture, right?
And the woman said, I don't have money, I don't have anything. And he was just like, a smile was more than enough. And I think that, from that, Luciano started the initiative, Pizza for a Smile, and we here in Los Angeles, we've donated 2,000 pizzas a year between us and other partners, and with working closely with No Kid Hungry, who's an amazing partner, we're making a small dent, and I think that's kind of maybe what to talk about. I mean, I'm just a pizza guy in a big city and a raindrop, I guess, an ocean in a way. And
I mean, you're not just a pizza guy.
Well,
let's be clear about that. You're serving some of the most delicious pizzas that people know.
That's right.
But I think we all look at ourselves, is like, what can I do? And I think sometimes we're crippled by, we want to make things better. We want, things to be better, and we really don't know,
where to
how
start.
to help. And I think, whether, if I made shoes, you'd hopefully look at people that needed them, and or whatever that are either skill set or purview of access to things that could help others, and I think this is just a natural, just a natural fit for me, for my family, for sure.
And so how actually does it work? Do you just give the people, who can show up?
Well, for us, every Tuesday, we have, usually 20 pizzas are picked up, and they're picked up by No Kid Hungry.
Yeah.
And they're and like they have different needs, and they're all different parts of Los Angeles here. Same thing in another city where and they're picked up by some of the other pizzerias in those cities as well. And they could be show up at a school parking lot or a church,
So you're Chris Bianco,
Allegedly, that's what they say.
So, do you get other pizza makers? I mean, have they been coming onto this project, and is this expanding even further? You said now you're in 3 cities.
You know, it's funny. We had an event here in LA last night, LA Pizza Alliance, which is another, with a bunch of amazing pizza makers that we have, chefs from Los Angeles, and so we'll have some more news on that. We're working with some new friends to add to the mix, and you know, I'm never much a big salesperson. I'd rather lead by an example. So for me, it's always difficult to go to somebody and say, hey, what do you want? Like, it's like, if you see what we do has worth and you'd like to be involved,
that's right.
There's a January 20th at Drago Central. There's a cocktail reception, which they can go on pizzaforsmile.com and they can get the information on that.
Okay.
But I think it's here in Los Angeles, which is, I always feel a visitor, whether it's, growing up in New York and then leaving, going to Phoenix and ended up in Los Angeles. I'm just grateful to just be a small part of the community and hopefully offer some solutions to some challenges.
Let's hope so.
You're doing good things.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We have that website on your screen. Again, Chris was saying that tickets are available for that cocktail reception. Just be a little bit good food
Maybe
there.
Some snacks. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Pizzaforsmile.org for tickets. That's Tuesday night next week at the Drago Central restaurant, of course, downtown. Beautiful restaurant there. Check it out. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you guys for having me.
Thank
very much.
you.
Very kind of me.
All right, let's check in with Roxy and Sandra. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, you guys, and happy Thursday to everyone. So we got beauty trends. You know, they come, they go, but what's in right now for 2026? A plastic surgeon is coming in to discuss.
Plus, do you love your car's touchscreen? Why some manufacturers are being asked to roll back the tech and reintroduce button controls.